Roger Federer's historic honor. Is a reunion with an old friend on the horizon? The air was thick with anticipation, the kind of electricity that only comes when history and nostalgia converge. The cameras flashed, the audience hushed, and then erupted into thunderous applause. At the center of it all stood Roger Federer, smiling, graceful, timeless. Even in retirement, the Swiss maestro continues to draw the world into his orbit, commanding admiration as effortlessly as he once commanded a forehand down the line. This was not just another ceremony. This was a moment of honor, a celebration of a career that transcended sport. And yet, as Federer accepted his recognition, fans could not help but wonder, could this occasion signal more than just a tribute? Could it mark the spark of something more? Perhaps a long-awaited reunion with an old friend? The honor heard around the world. Federer's list of accolades reads like a tapestry of tennis itself. 20 Grand Slam titles, 310 weeks at world number 1, 8 Wimbledon crowns, and countless unforgettable matches that shaped the very identity of the game. But the honor bestowed upon him this time was different. It wasn't just about numbers or trophies. It was about legacy. It was about celebrating Federer not only as a champion, but as a statesman, an ambassador, and a symbol of tennis at its most elegant. The announcement came weeks earlier. Roger Federer would be awarded the Global Sporting Excellence Award, recognizing not just his achievements on the court, but his profound influence off it. Philanthropy through the Roger Federer Foundation, his leadership in tennis organizations, his pioneering work with the Laver Cup, and his role in expanding tennis's reach around the world were all part of the recognition. The ceremony was staged in Zurich, Switzerland, a place Federer has always called home. The streets were filled with fans waving Swiss flags, carrying banners of Danke, Roger, and Forever Our Maestro. For one night, the entire city seemed to breathe Federer's name, the man who defined an era. Federer's historic honor could only be fully appreciated by looking back at his journey. Born in Basel in 1981, Roger grew up a wiry, curious boy whose racket seemed like an extension of his arm. His early coaches often spoke of his natural talent, his fluid strokes, and his ability to play with joy rather than fear. By the early 2000s, he was more than just a prospect. He was destiny in motion. His first Wimbledon title, in 2003, marked the arrival of greatness. Over the years, he crafted a style of play that was both devastating and beautiful, combining power with finesse, artistry with efficiency. Federer wasn't just a champion. He was an era definer. His rivalries with Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic elevated tennis into an age of unparalleled drama. The Big Three became the stuff of legend, each pushing the other to greater heights, each rewriting history. But Federer, with his balletic movement and grace under pressure, often seemed like something more, an artist disguised as an athlete. He didn't just win matches. He painted masterpieces. The ceremony, a night of emotions. The ceremony in Zurich was a glittering affair, attended by dignitaries, athletes, and luminaries from across the world. Federer walked onto the stage in a tailored suit, his wife Mirka by his side, his children smiling in the front row. The speeches flowed like champagne. Leaders spoke of his impact on sport. Young players recalled how he inspired them, and fellow athletes hailed his sportsmanship. When Federer took the microphone, the room fell silent. His words were humble, heartfelt, filled with gratitude. I never played tennis to chase numbers. I played because I loved the game, and because every time I stepped on the court, I felt alive. Tonight's honor means the world to me, because it tells me that people saw more than just the trophies. They saw the joy, the passion, the love I tried to bring. The audience erupted in applause, many with tears in their eyes. It wasn't just Federer's achievements they were celebrating. It was the way he made them feel. The whisper of reunion. As touching as the evening was, whispers soon filled the air. The tennis world is nothing if not fueled by speculation, and fans couldn't ignore the hints. Among the attendees at night were some of Federer's closest allies, former players, friends, and even rivals. But one absence loomed large: Rafael Nadal. The Spaniard, Federer's greatest rival and dearest friend, was not on stage that night. Yet in interviews leading up to the event, Nadal had spoken warmly about Federer, hinting that he would soon see him again. And so the question arose, could Federer and Nadal reunite on the court? not as rivals, but as partners once more, the thought sent shivers through fans worldwide. Their iconic pairing at the 2022 Laver Cup, where Federer played his final professional match alongside Nadal, remains etched in memory. Both men cried on the bench afterward, their friendship laid bare for the world to see. Could Zurich's honor mark the beginning of another such moment, perhaps in an exhibition, a charity event, or even another Laver Cup? Old friends, eternal rivals. The Federer-Nadal rivalry is the stuff of legend. Between 2004 and 2019, they faced each other 40 times, producing some of the greatest matches in history. Their 2008 Wimbledon final is still hailed as the greatest match ever played, a duel that stretched nearly 5 hours, ended with Nadal collapsing on the grass in victory and Federer standing tall in defeat. Both men forever changed. What made their rivalry extraordinary was not just the quality of play, but the respect they showed each other. Federer's elegance contrasted with Nadal's ferocity, yet they found common ground in humility, sportsmanship, and a shared love for tennis. Over time, rivalry blossomed into friendship. Federer often joked that Nadal's family felt like his own, while Nadal once admitted that his greatest rival had become one of his greatest friends. Their joint efforts to promote tennis, their support for each other through injuries, and their shared tears in London during Federer's retirement painted a portrait of two men bound by destiny and respect. If a reunion was indeed on the horizon, it would be more than nostalgia. It would be poetry. Federer's life beyond tennis. Retirement has not slowed Federer's impact. His foundation, which supports educational initiatives for underprivileged children in Africa and Switzerland, has grown significantly. His business ventures, including partnerships with brands like Uniqlo, On Running, and Rolex, continue to thrive. And yet, Federer remains tethered to tennis. He frequently attends events, advises young players, and champions initiatives like the Laver Cup, which he co-founded. The honor in Zurich underscored this truth. Federer may no longer play, but he will forever be part of the game's heartbeat. What sets him apart is not just his achievements, but his ability to inspire across generations. Kids who never saw him win Wimbledon still know his name. Retired athletes speak of his influence as though it were timeless. Federer isn't just remembered, he's lived in the present. What a reunion would mean. If Federer were to reunite with Nadal or any of his old rivals, it would be more than an exhibition. It would be a gift to the sport. Imagine the scene. Federer and Nadal stepping onto a court once more, smiles on their faces. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.